Hello guys, and welcome to my channel Case Tech, where we handle everything techie. Now, with the outbreak of the novel coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, in December 2019, public relations, address and administration practically moved from actual to virtual, such that almost every broadcast station, church, business cooperation, or schools, and public organizations in general had to turn to video coverage, editing and streaming to get information to the public. And this has increased the need and price for video editors and streaming engineers. And so today we're going to help you save a couple of bucks by starting a series of do-it-yourself videos on video editing using one of the most popular and accepted video editing software in the market today, and that is Adobe Premiere. Alright, now I would be using the Premiere Pro CC 2018 version. Now for today we're going to introduce you to how to start a project or open a new project, how to import video and audio clips into your project, how to cut, copy and paste unwanted and wanted sections of your clips, the various types of video and audio transitions and how to apply them, and finally for today's edition we're going to tell you or show you how to save your project. Alright, so let's get right into it. Now first thing to do is to open your Adobe Premiere software by simply double clicking. Alright, that's it. Double click, wait for it to load. Alright, then the next thing you see is the opening screen that takes you to the welcome screen or to the first page. Alright, to the start page. Alright, so let's wait for it to load, and then it takes you here to this place. This is a start page. Alright, this is where you start a new project. You open a recent project or a project you've worked on before, whatever the case may be. For this tutorial we're going to be opening a new project. Okay, so that's how you open a new project. You come down here and choose new project, and then you name the project. Alright, let's say we name it Case Tech Do It Yourself Video. Alright, Case Tech Do It Yourself Video. Thereafter, the next thing you do is that you choose your desired video and audio settings. Okay, this is for video. Your display format, time code, you can change to whatever you want. I just leave it at default. Alright, I use time code. Audio, I use audio samples. I don't change anything. Capture format, I'm not capturing. Well, I just leave it the way it is, and you click OK. Alright, and wait for your project to open. Take note, the title, Case Tech Do It Yourself Video. Alright, you can name it whatever you want to name it. Alright, now when the project opens, the standard editing interface that I use is that your screen will be divided into 4 sections. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, this is simply the effect control section. That's how I call it. You can call it whatever you want to, but this is where you edit your effects. So simply effect control section. This is a preview section where the video, the program is displayed for you to watch. Your program section. This I call your media browser section, where your clips, both video, audio, graphics, are stored from where you drag into the 4th section, which is your timeline. Alright, your timeline. Now when you open your Adobe Premiere Pro CC or whatever version you're using, and it doesn't display like this with these 4 sections as I've explained, and you want it to be like this, what you simply need to do is go to Windows, go to Workspaces, and choose what you want. Right, for it to be like this, it will be on editing. I like it like this, and that's why I place it on editing. If you want to add others sections, you can simply just go to all panels or Alt Shift 1. That is for Windows. Alright, the command might differ for Apple. Alright, for Windows is Alt Shift 1 together. Alright, so you can just simply click on all panels, wait for it. My system is a bit slow, so but it's gonna change. Alright, you're gonna see it. Good, that's it. So you see like an additional panel here. Alright, but I don't need that. I don't want that. If I want to get those things, I know how to get it. So I just go back, Workspace, and place on editing. Alright, okay, let's give it some time to go back. Good. Alright, effect controls, program preview, timeline, media browser. Okay, now the next thing is how to import video or audio clips or both. To do that, you can either click on File, scroll down to Import, click on Import, navigate to where you want your video or your audio, where you've stored your video or your audio that you want to edit, and choose the video or choose the audio. Alright, you can do that, or you can simply come down to this media browser section, right click, click on import, and pick your video. Alright, so that's how you do it. Okay, so that's how you import your video or your audio clips. Alright, I just did for video, you can do for audio, it's the same thing. Alright, so having successfully imported your video or your audio clip into your timeline or into your project, I beg your pardon, the next thing to do is to drag that audio or video clip to the timeline. Alright, the timeline is like the workstation, that is where you do the real editing. Okay, now to drag your video or audio to your timeline, what you simply need to do is put your cursor on the video, left click on it, then drag to your timeline, and then leave, and it displays there. The moment that video or audio gets there, your program section, the preview section comes up live. Alright, so when you play, you click on space to play, that's a short cut to play, you see it begins to display. Right, you can either do that to play, space to play and pause, or you can use this play and stop. Alright, so that's how you drag your video, imported video or audio into your timeline. Okay, now when that's done, next thing is editing proper. Alright, which is simply cutting out unwanted parts of the clip. Now to cut out an unwanted part in a clip, you can either navigate your mouse and click on the razor symbol, that's it, right, and cut. Okay, or let's not click, or you can simply use a shortcut, okay, Premiere shortcut for cut, which is simply clicking on C. Once you click on C on your keyboard, it automatically changes to the razor symbol, and then you can cut. Alright, now once you've done the cutting and you want to get rid of that section of the video that you don't want, you can go back to the controls and click on the selection tool, or simply click V on your keyboard. Alright, simply click V on your keyboard to check or to select the selection tool, and then you come down to the timeline, click on the section of the video that you have cut out, and then click delete on your button on your keyboard, delete, or right click on it and choose clear. Right, once you've done that and you want to join this project back together, you can simply drag and join, or on the open space, right click and choose repo delete, and the project joins back up. Okay, so that's how you cut and delete a section of the project video or audio that you do not want. Okay, now if say you want that section that you have cut out to be moved elsewhere in the video, not that you want it out entirely, you want to move it elsewhere in the video, what you need to do is simply right click on the video, that section you've cut out, and then cut it out. Okay, then you move your marker, okay, move the marker to the point where you want it, and then you can paste. Alright, but before you paste it, it is always advisable that you lock your timeline to avoid your selected clip pasting on another clip. Take for example, we've cut out this part already, and we want to put it here on top of this video, right? If we don't lock this video, if we don't lock the video, and then we Ctrl V shortcut to clip to paste, you see what happens. That section that you've cut out here covers a very vital section of the video, but we don't want that, right? So Ctrl V to undo, or Ctrl Z to undo what we just did. It is advisable to first of all lock the timeline so that the cut out section of your video will not cover up this section but rather it will be on top of it. Okay, right? If you want to lock your video on your timeline, what you need to do is to move your cursor to the beginning of your timeline and then click on the padlock symbol or toggle lock symbol. Right, once you've done that, you have locked your timeline. Once the timeline is locked, you see that there will be striped lines on it, slanted striped lines. Right, it means that you cannot do any editing on this video at the moment until you unlock the video. All right, so let's lock it up, and then now let's paste this section of the video that we had deleted on top of it. Like I said, to paste, you simply use a shortcut Ctrl V on your keyboard. All right, that is for Windows. If it is Apple, it will be Command V. All right, take note. Now let us also observe that this video we cut out was cut out with both its audio part, and since we did not lock the audio section of the clip, the cut out audio has covered our original audio. So again, Ctrl Z to undo that, go back to the timeline, lock the audio as well, and then come back again and Ctrl V to paste. You see what happened now? Our video is on top, our audio is underneath. It has not affected our original clip. So that's how you cut, copy, and paste. Alright? That's how you cut, copy, and paste. Now, the next thing we'll be talking about is transitions. Alright? Transitions. It will not be nice if your clips just start sharply like that. I mean, if there's just a sharp change from one scene to another, just like that. No, it's not usually nice. It's always professional. It always looks more professional if you add some transition. Okay, now if your clip moves in some sweet, nice, smooth way from one scene to another, it's always more professional. Okay, now so to add a transition, the shortest and easiest way is to click on effects. We can adjust our timeline to accommodate more controls. All right, know that you can adjust your timeline. All right, you can always adjust, make it big, small, big, small. All right, as you want it, you can adjust. Okay, all right. Now, so like I said, to add transitions, you have to go to effects, click on effect, because the transition we want to add is to affect just the video aspect and not the audio aspect. We're going to go to video transition. Okay, scroll down. As you can see, we already have a couple there: 3D motion transition, dissolve transition, immersive video transition, iris, page build, slides, wipe, and zoom. Okay, these are basically the default kinds of transition effects we have in our Premiere Pro CC 2018 version. Okay, now most time people use the cross dissolve, simple cross or additive dissolve transition, which is inside the dissolve folder. Additive dissolve, cross dissolve. To apply that, you simply just hold on it or put your cursor and left click and then drag to the point where you want it and drop, and that's it. You see that the video transits smoothly. That's it. You can also adjust the duration of your transition. By default, the duration is always 1 second. All right, that's why you see on your marker there, duration 1 second. So you can adjust this by actually either coming this way, closing up, or extending it. All right, so you can adjust the duration of your transition to your desired taste. All right, to however long you want it, but let's just leave it at the default 1 second. Okay, but if you don't like the cross dissolve, additive transition, dissolve transition in general, you can just click on it, delete on the keyboard, click delete on the keyboard, and then choose the one you want. If it is a immersive video, you see different styles underneath. If it is an iris, you have different styles underneath. If it is page build, you have different types. Just drag whichever one you want to the video and drop. Okay, so that's how you add transitions to your video. That's how you alter the length or duration of your transition. And then finally, to save progress, in order not to lose all you've done, Just take that all we've done today, something happens and the system goes off and we lose it all. I mean, it would be really, really annoying, wouldn't it? Certainly would be. So, in order not to lose the progress you've achieved on your work or your project, it is always advisable to frequently save your project. Although by default Adobe Premiere every once in a while auto saves your project, but it is not so frequent, so it is best for you to do it yourself. I believe in the course of all these tutorials you must have seen like the project automatically saving, right? Adobe Premiere automatically helps you to save your project. It is in the settings. You can adjust that as well, okay? It is in your settings, the project settings. But that Adobe Premiere autosave is not as frequent as you might want it to be. So in order for you to be sure, to be certain that you have saved your project, it is advisable for you to do it yourself in every short interval, okay? As you work and achieve a great feat, it is always advisable to save so you don't lose it if something wrong happens, okay? So to save your project, you can simply do that by using keyboard controls or keyboard shortcut controls. All right, on Windows you can simply click on Ctrl S, it saves. On Apple you can simply click Command S and it saves. All right, I can do that because I'm using Windows. All right, or you can go to File, click on it, scroll down and save. Okay, that saves the project Casetech do-it-yourself video. Or if you choose to change the name of your project as well as the save location on your disk, you can simply use Save As, and then that comes up, and then you can change the name and change the location where you want to save your project. Okay, so there you have it, gentlemen and ladies. Introduction to video editing using Adobe Premiere. Next time we'll talk about graphics and graphics animation. Okay, as you can see on my video, you can see like some stuffs here, text, different kind of stuffs, and then they are moving about and all that. That's what we're going to do next. Okay, graphics and graphics animation. So please remember to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you will be notified when that video is up. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed, and bye bye.